Recording in progress, it says. All right, continuing on 1 Corinthians 12. To one person, the Spirit gives the ability to give wise advice. To the same, the Spirit gives a message of special knowledge. The same Spirit gives great faith to another. And remember, faith is also the calling and being brought through the entire salvation process. It's your tangible evidence. Yeah, I guess I should just say it like that. When it says gives great faith to another, the ability to walk properly. And to someone else, the Spirit gives the gift of healing. He gives one person the power to perform miracles, another the ability to prophecy. He gives someone else the ability to discern whether a message is from the Spirit of God or from another spirit. Still another person is given the ability to speak in unknown languages. A lot of this is gone, of course. This was just for the apostles. While another is given the ability to interpret what is being said. It is the one and only Holy Spirit, the one and only Spirit who distributes all these gifts. He alone decides which gift each person should have. Why is that? Because God ordained that from before the foundation of the world. Yes, the body has many different parts, not just one part. If the foot says, I'm not part of the body because I am not a hand, that does not make it any less part of the body. If the ear says, I am not part of the body because I am not an eye, would that make it any less a part of the body? If the whole body were an eye, and we talked about the body earlier, the bread, the wine being the death to self process, the repentant process, as your one body of the church. One body because I am not an eye, would that make it any less part of the body? If the whole body were an eye, how would you hear? Or if your whole body were an ear, how would you smell anything? But our bodies have many parts, and God has put each part just where he wants. But all these worketh that one, and that the self-same Spirit, dividing to every man severely as he will. As for the body is one, and hath many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Christ, the body, the bread. So let's move on to Daniel. Now, yesterday's was 9:25. This sort of began it. Know therefore and understand that from the beginning, that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times. What I want to do is go to the New Living Translation. See how it reads here. Now listen and understand, 7 sets of 7 plus 62 sets of 7 will pass from the time the command is given to rebuild Jerusalem until a ruler, the anointed one, comes. Jerusalem will be rebuilt with streets and strong defenses despite the perilous times. Okay. After this period of 62 sets of 7, the anointed one will be killed, appearing to have accomplished nothing, and a ruler will arise whose armies will destroy the city and the temple. The end will come with a flood. We are all the way into the very end times then. And war and its miseries are decreed from that time to the very end. Very end. Now, 27 backtracks a little bit and goes back to the Antichrist. The ruler will make a treaty with the people for a period of one set of 7. But after half this time, he will put an end to the sacrifices and offerings. And a climax as to his terrible deeds, he will set up a sacrilegious object that causes destruction. Desecration, until the fate decreed for its defiler is finally poured out on him. That's his judgment. It's very good to read that in the New Living, I think. What else I would like to do is bring up each in Blue Letter Bible. Let me pause so I don't waste your time with it. Whoops, too late. Sorry. I really do apologize. I was just daydreaming and I really should have paused y'all. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem, Jerusalem equals teaching of peace, the chief city of Palestine and capital of the United Kingdom, and the nation of Judah after the split. Okay, it's also the church, a way to say the church. To the Messiah, the prince. Anointed one, the Messiah, Messianic prince, the king of Israel, the high priest of Israel, of Cyrus, of the patriarchs as anointed kings. So the final 2 could be the Antichrist. Leader, prince, ruler, overseer, princely things. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's Jesus. So I just want, let God be true and every man a liar. I want y'all to make up your own minds on what you think this is. Therefore, and understand from the going forth and the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem. Shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. $62 and 7. So that's your 69 weeks. The 69 weeks of Daniel. If there's something good on YouTube with that. This article considers Daniel 9:26-27 and builds upon the conclusion that Daniel's 70 weeks were 70 sabbatical year cycles. The present study moves Daniel 9:25 to verse the deal that take place during Daniel's 69th week. So it is the 69th week. This will really be some really deep stuff to study. I'm not sure if they're correct, but they might be. I always tell people my weakest items are the time chronologies and these types of things. Just really hasn't ever been my calling. You go to YouTube, 69th and 70th week of really what it's called, though, is it? It's Daniel's 70 weeks. So let's just search it like that. Is there a gap between the 69th and 70 week of Daniel? Daniel 9, D.D. Warren. Bible Brilliance, Daniel 70 weeks. What you like to do is $70 weeks of Daniel. I like to, hopefully some will contradict, but some, but most will say that when they start to say the same things. Now you see his hand signal right there. I mean, he's throwing out the mystery Babylonian hand signal right there. See him? Watch him. See his hand signal, right? They're all liars, but a lot of times they'll tell you the truth, I guess is what I'm trying to say. 7 weeks, 62 weeks, 1 week. That's what I was saying. The 7 plus the 62 were the 69. And I don't trust any of them. But if you start to hear the same things and they start to make sense, yet they have to make sense to you. That's the key. It has to all make sense. It has to be biblically sound. So I might get into studying those just to see what they all have to say. And then you come down. Let's go to verse 26. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah, same, be cut off, but not for himself. To cut off, cut down, cut out of a body, cut out, eliminate, kill, cut a covenant, cut off, to cut a body part, behead, a cut down, to hew, to cut off, cut down, cut down, cut down, cut down, cut down, cut down, cut off, cut off, cut off, cut off, cut off, cut off. But not for himself. For himself is added, doesn't seem to be in there. Where's the word? The prince, 7 weeks. So shall be was added. It's in italics. That added. Shall be again added. Not for himself, and the people of the prince shall come and destroy. Yeah, it's very interesting. The Messiah, the prince, shall be 7. So these shall be's are all added in. But not for himself and the people of the prince. The Messiah, the prince, 7 weeks. Oh, that's 925. unto the Messiah, the Prince, 7 weeks. Yeah. Okay. It was added. In other words, they didn't come in the Greek. They were added in Textus Receptus and noted as such, or added when writing the King James from Textus Receptus. Textus Receptus is the received text. It was the translation from the Greek and then what was used to write the King James. Building that wall, which Trump's always talked about, even in troublous times. Distress, strait, distress, anguish, pressure, distress. Really feels like that's during the I almost feel like this is the Antichrist and they're rebuilding of the third temple during World War III, during the time of the four horses. And we know that Trump's going to go down, and it will seem like he did nothing. And people will also tell you that it's talking about Jesus, like he came and appeared to have done nothing. But see, Trump will have appeared to have done nothing even to his own people. Jesus didn't appear to do nothing to his own people. And isn't that who it matters to? So I can't help but feel like this whole thing is the Antichrist. Let God be true and every man a liar. Until the ruler, the anointed one, comes. After this period of 62-67, the anointed one will be killed, appearing to have accomplished nothing, and a ruler will arise whose armies will destroy the city and the temple. The end will come with a flood. Maybe when this ruler arises and they destroy the city and the temple, and the end will come with a flood, you go back to Revelation and they're told to destroy Israel, the great city. And it was put into their hearts to destroy the great city. Revelation 17. I wonder. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. God hath put it in their hearts to fulfill and to agree to give their kingdom unto the beast. So the words of God be fulfilled. The woman which thou sawest is a great city. And God put it in their hearts to destroy the great city. Revelation 18. A great city, Babylon, which is Israel. As a mighty angel took a stone. Am I just missing it? The 10 horns that saw upon the beast, they shall hate the whore, and they shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. God hath put it in their hearts. It's right there, to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast. So, and burn her with fire. So they destroy Israel. And God wants it destroyed. He put it in their hearts to destroy it. They were glad to do it because it's God's chosen turf. But God's like, not anymore, not until it's cleansed. And so part of the cleansing process is to have them destroy it. And then, of course, he cleanses the entire earth through the trumpet and bowl judgment. And that way he's able to set up the millennial reign of Christ. So anyway, having a tough time today, aren't I? Yes. And I have no focus. My brain is fried. I've no sleep, need sleep. And after 62 weeks, Messiah shall be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come to destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood, and until the end of the war of desolations are determined. The flood in Revelation 18. Well, it's Revelation. Well, there's 12:15, the flood. The flood in Revelation. $14.10. Oh, big waste of time. Can't always depend on Google to do everything for you. Anyway. Get my bearings straight here. Okay. There is a flood in Revelation. I felt like it was also in 17. I know about the flood in Revelation 12 with all that symbology. The woman clothed, that the event they said that was in the sky this past September 2017 or whatever. But I know how we can search it. Hang on. No, it's just Revelation 12. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood to be carried away by the flood, and the earth helped the woman, opened up her mouth and swallowed the flood. 2 Peter 2:25, and spared not the old world, but saved no. Okay, that's that flood. And that's that flood. Matthew 24, that's the end times. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away shall also be the Son of Man coming. That's talking about Noah. Okay. You shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of that week shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease, and the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate until the consumption, and that is determined shall be poured upon the desolate. Okay. Anyway, I was just thinking out loud with y'all, that's all. And in the 3rd year of Cyrus, the king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel, whose name was called Belteshazzar. And the thing was true, but the time appointed was long, and he understood the thing and had understanding of the vision. In those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine out of my mouth, neither did I anoint myself at all, till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.